All right, this video is going to be a little different. I'm normally doing WordPress specific things, but in this case, I am doing a video about the DS220j. I had my NAS drive fail, and there's not a lot of videos or tutorials out there on how to get uh, your drives back up and running when you have one of them fail. So this is the story of me doing that. All right, I decided to record this video mainly because there's not a lot out there about these NAS drives, and I'll tell you a little about where I am, what I did. So, September of 2020, I bought a NAS drive and two Seagate 4 terabyte drives. And I don't use this NAS drive often at all. I basically I have it set up where all my data is backed up onto Glacier using AWS, and I basically back up my family photos and stuff like that, and then stuff from work, and I dump it on this drive. And um, I probably go and upload stuff every, I don't know, every month or something like that. So the drives don't spin often. But nonetheless, I had a uh, one of the drives went bad after 4 years. After maybe just trying to think how many hours it would have on that drive. I mean, maybe 200 hours or so. But nonetheless, it died. So the dilemma is, do I buy a 4 terabyte drive that is basically old technology, right? Because I bought it 4 years ago. I'm going to go replace that with another 4 terabyte drive and wait until that drive that's in there that's 4 years old, like when that one dies, like I'm assuming that one's going to die soon also. Um, am I going to be in this loop forever of trying to find 4 terabyte drives? So what I did is I bought two 8 terabyte drives, and I took one of the 8 terabyte drives and put it in here, and I have just turned the NAS drive in here. So we've got NAS. This drive is, it says it's healthy now. It was healthy before, but it was read as a 3.9 gigabyte drive, not a 4 terabyte drive. So something was weird with it, and it was telling me critical, issue, and it's degraded. So, and I'm getting this beep here because I turned the beeping off on the NAS drive so my wife didn't murder me, because that thing beeps constantly. So when the drive is bad, obviously. All right, so let's look at this. I don't know much about NAS. Okay, cool. So I'm sorry. I know a little about NAS. I don't know a lot about um, this Synology drive. So what I'd like to do is see if I can get this 7.3 terabyte drive, or 8 TB, depending on how you market it, if you're using bytes or bits. But anyway, I want to see if I can just get this thing to work where it is. Um, Let me think. What am I talking about? I want to see if I can take this and get this one to mirror, and basically only using half of the drive, that's available, and then take the old 4 terabyte drive out and put that in and see if that mirrors and can copy perfectly. And then we have two new drives in there that are uh, they are both new drives using half of the capable stuff, and I'm going to try to see if I can take those drives individually and scale them in Linux using something like Clonezilla or something. Worst case scenario, I could just wipe these two drives clean. I backed everything up on these little drives here, uh, just to make sure. So I could wipe it clean, but I'm more curious how Synology does this, and I am no expert in this, so I'm just kind of guessing and poking around. So work with me here. Let's see. All right, volume one is degraded. Pool one, so I'm assuming there's a pool zero. Or I'm sorry, pool one. There's a drive zero and a drive one. Oh wait, no, maybe not. I'm hold on. Okay, there's one pool. Volume one is degraded, and I think volume zero is fine. But let's see what this can do. So let's see. We've got options: remove or settings. Let's just read the text. How about that? This storage pool has degraded. I know. Please check if your Synology drive contains unused drives and install a new drive if there is no used drive. Afterwards, follow the instructions in this article to click ... repair, simplify, or simple. All right, I'm going to look at this article because I'm curious. All right, repair a pool. Storage pool errors may occur. We recommend using drives that are compatible with your Synology NAS. Well, that's never thought about doing that. Actually, I did. I did Google that, but I didn't know they gave me a list. I looked. Anyway, repair a degraded. A storage pool becomes degraded when one or more of the drives becomes defective, but the storage pool remains accessible because no data loss. Yeah, I know. I know how RAID works. Let's see. To repair, the repair period is only available for storage pools protection, including RAID 1, which is what we are. We're RAID 1, which is mirroring two drives, same data on both drives. The only other thing you could do with two drives in there, at least that I'm aware of, would be a RAID 0, I think, where it spans two drives, gives you no redundancy. So I've never actually used RAID 0. I've used RAID 1 and RAID 5. RAID 5 is, I think, where you can have like four drives, and basically you're using three of the four drives in there for data, and the fourth one is for backup. I have no idea how RAID 5 works. Blows my mind. Anyway, replace the defective drives with healthy drives matching the following criteria. The size of the replaced drives must be equal to or larger than the drives. For SH1 pool, I don't know what I have. I don't know if this is SH. Does it even tell us? Okay, SHR. Well, that's 1 and 2, and then it doesn't tell us. Okay. Let's see if we can figure it out. The replacement drive must meet the following criteria. Oh, yeah. This all makes sense. Okay, so to repair the degraded drive, all right, I'm just going to go hit the button. Let's see what it does. All the data on the new drive will be, yes. All right, so that's actually, I mean, that is really easy to do. So that's pretty awesome. So the all you do, I mean, it's kind of like when I had RAID servers when I was doing IT stuff a long time ago. Just pull out the old drive, put the new one in. I mean, hot swappable at the server level. These are, I don't know if these are hot swappable or not. Um, but um, anyway, I turn it off as opposed to doing that. But anyway, so this will be really interesting. So I'm going to just let this repair and initialize, and then I will be coming back and I mean, yeah, I'll be coming back and then trying to see if I can expand the drive and use all 8 TB or 7.3. It and if not, it's not the end of the world. I mean, this just shows it's an easy way to get. Oh my goodness, it's gonna take 3 days, 4 days. Okay. If it takes this long to copy from one drive to the next, I can almost guarantee you I'm not going to be able to take this drive and read it outside of the RAID, the volume, um, or the pool, which makes perfect sense. I'm still going to try in 4 days in 11 hours. Okay, one day. All right, that's not too bad. So I'll do it tomorrow. I've got a quick update, real quick. I walked away for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, and it now says that it's going to be repaired in 6.5 hours. So, I mean, 7 hours to restore. I think the amount of data I had on there, yeah, it's 2.6. So, um, that's, I mean, not too bad. So, we'll see. And I thought about it. It kind of so it says right here that um, the drive size is 7.3. So I'm wondering if I swap out once this is restored, how does it handle this 7.3? Is it 7.3 that is like where it has a partition and the other partition like it's using 4 TB and then the rest is just gone, or is it's set up where the RAID writes the data wherever on the drive. It just knows it has a limit of you can only write 4 TB on this drive because of the way it's set up. But what I'm thinking is maybe I can then just remove the 3.6 or 4 TB drive out, put the new one in, and maybe it'll restore and we'll be able to use the whole 7.3 or 8 TB of data. So that's my hope. Who knows if that'll work out? All right, well, it wound up only taking about 6 hours or so. I didn't do it right at 6 hours because I had to eat dinner and stuff like that. But here I am. It's nighttime, and basically this now says healthy. And if I go over to the storage, let's see, storage. Right here, they both, hold on, let me close this. So they both say healthy down here, um, and clearly the drive space is different, and then the used capacity or the total capacity is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording this. I'm going to turn the Synology NAS drive off, pull the original one of the, or I guess the only original 4 TB drive that's left in there, and put the 8 TB drive and in hopes it will just start to rebuild. It rebuilds overnight, and I wake up and I have all my NAS drives without having to copy any data from these two little drives that I have here. I backed everything up on here. So anyway, all right. We'll see. All right. I was thinking I was gonna be able to just put the drives in and it would automatically do this. Uh, but I forgot I've got to do kind of what I did right at the beginning, and um, I need to put in basically it's going to look like drive one now is now failed, and we'll tell it to rebuild based on drive two. So that's the theory at least. So let's see um, what this says. All right, cool. Yeah, it says it's degraded or degraded. Um, Now, yeah, drive one is degraded. No problem. So we will tell it to rebuild. So how do I get it to rebuild? I forget. Gotta watch my video. Oh, here it is. All right. So I hit repair now. Which drive do we want to add to the pool? This one. I think it's gonna allow us to have 7.3 terabytes. That would be awesome. Oh, that's interesting. Fast repair. I wonder how. I didn't notice that it said fast repair. But let's see. Um, Repair mode is what I was talking about. All the data on the newly add. Yeah, I know that. All right. Says it's loading. So everything's healthy-ish. Um, yeah. So this is gonna say it's repairing and I'm going to bed. uh, so hopefully I'll be waking up with a upgraded NAS from 4 to 8 terabytes, but who knows if this is going to work. All right, let's see. I woke up and let's see if this worked. Uh, Haha, it did work. I've got um I've got a total of 7.3 or whatever, 7.15 terabytes of space. So it worked. All right, so let me summarize this. Um, let me switch over to my face here. All right, so to summarize, or in summary, uh, when a hard drive fails in a Synology RAID 1 configuration with two drives in it, when the drive fails, you can go buy a bigger hard drive, the same size or bigger, and put it in. It will rebuild it. Then you take your smaller, your 4 terabyte drive, in my case, out and then put your I'm sorry, your bigger drive in, your new drive in, and boom, you're up and running as if nothing bad happened. So that's actually pretty awesome. So um I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to use the full hard drive space that was there, but it wound up working out smoothly, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it worked out, and I wish the documentation on the Synology site kind of gave you a scenario like this. I couldn't find anything that was explaining, how to do it. They were showing steps, but this is the full story. So hopefully this helps somebody out. I don't know. I'm normally just a web developer, but I have a NAS drive that I need to have backed up. So anyway, Hope this helps.